IDF ungkap bukti kebakaran Rafah. Saudara, media massa memberondong Israel sebagai penyebab tewasnya 45 orang Gaza akibat kebakaran besar di Rafah. Memang mudah menuding Israel tanpa melihat fakta yang ada. Bahkan Hamas pun mengancam menolak pembahasan pembebasan sandera karena insiden di Rafah. Fakta Israel mengajak Anda menyimak video IDF dan warga Gaza berikut ini.
On Sunday night, we eliminated senior Hamas terrorists in a targeted strike on a compound used by Hamas in Rafah. The strike was based on precise intelligence that indicated that these terrorists, who were responsible for orchestrating and executing terror attacks against Israelis, were meeting inside the specific structure we targeted. These terrorists were responsible for the death of Israelis, and they were actively commanding operations that could have killed even more. Their deaths saved lives. Sadly, following the strike due to an unforeseen circumstances, a fire ignited, tragically taking the lives of Gazan civilians nearby. Despite our efforts to minimize civilian casualties during the strike, the fire that broke out was unexpected and unintended. This is a devastating incident which we did not expect. We are investigating what caused the fire that resulted in this tragic loss of life. The investigation is ongoing. I will now share the facts that we've gathered so far. As you can see, in our aerial surveillance from the time of the strike, we targeted a closed structure away from tent area. As you can see, there are no tents in the immediate vicinity of the structure that we targeted. Contrary to reports, we conducted the strike outside the area that we designated as a humanitarian area and called civilians to evacuate to. Our strike was over 1.5 kilometers away from the El Muasi humanitarian area, what we call the safer zone. Here is where Hamas claims we struck. And here is where we conducted our strike against the Hamas senior commanders outside the area designated as a humanitarian area. Our aerial surveillance was filming prior to the strike in order to minimize civilian harm. Here is the footage from our strike of the specific structure where the senior Hamas commanders were meeting. The strike was conducted using 2 munitions with small warheads suited for this targeted strike. We're talking about munition with 17 kilos of explosive material. This is the smallest munition that our jets can use. Following this strike, a large fire ignited for reasons that are still being investigated. Our munition alone could not have ignited a fire of this size. I want to repeat it. Our munition alone could not have ignited a fire of this size. Our investigation seeks to determine what may have caused such a large fire to ignite. We are looking into all possibilities, including the option that weapons stored in a compound next to our target, which we did not know of, may have ignited as a result of the strike. It should be noted, Hamas has been operating from this area since October 7th. Here, in this satellite image, 43 meters from the structure we targeted, you can see Hamas rocket launchers. Hamas fired rockets from these launchers at Israel during their massacre on October 7th. We are also assessing footage documented by Gazans on the night of the strike posted on social media, which appear to show secondary explosions, indicating that there may have been weapons in the area. Our signal intelligence intercepted some phone calls that reinforce this concern, raising the possibility that weapons stored in a nearby compound caught fire. Here is one of those phone calls.
وبيقولوا بقوا قاعدين في اجتماع بعدين قعدهم دخيرة لما صوت السلاح بدأ يتفجر وشمت المسار بعد ابو رفيق ما استودع سلاح اللي طلع يعني القوة اللي خلطوها اليهود مش قوية يعني صاروخ صغير لأنه مش فاحر جورة كبيرة وعرضة فيطلع توابع لتفجيرات كتير.
Our war is against Hamas, not against the people of Gaza, which is why we convey deep sorrow for this tragic loss of life.
مش مخزن، سيارة فيها سلاح، فيها رصاص وفيها سلاح وفيها خبطوها جيب للجماعة. لمين دي يكون يعني؟ شايف؟
شوف الأمر والله
حسب الله ونعم الوكيل يا شيخ. كل يطلع صاروخ علينا يجي هنا. حرقنا وريحونا خلص، قبعت معانا، صار الواحد يتمنى يموت عشان يرتاح من نشوف.
Saudara, jelas sekali lokasi serangan Israel berjarak 180 meter dari lokasi kebakaran. Jelas sekali pula lokasi serangan IDF berjarak 1,5 km dari area pengungsian warga Gaza di Rafah. Kesimpulan sementara justru mengarah pada Hamas yang menyimpan amunisi dan bahan peledak yang menyebabkan kebakaran. Jelas sekali Hamas bersalah karena menyimpan bahan peledak di area pengungsian, menjadikan warga sipil Gaza sebagai korban secara langsung atas tindakan Hamas. Jika mata Anda tertuju pada Rafah, maka Anda harus mendesak Hamas membebaskan tawanan Israel yang masih ditawan. Damai hanya bisa terwujud tanpa terorisme. Salam damai dari Fakta Israel.